Good evening. Quadrillion, good evening, very body. Quadrillion, very big power, you can see mathematical term. नमस्कार आप सभी को क्वाड्रिलियन टाइम्स दिस इज इंजीनियर सूरज सिंह स्पीकिंग फ्रॉम भारत इंडिया ऑन दिस डे दिस इज 27th November 2023 and today it is Monday evening time and it's about you can say around this is 6 or 12 evening or 18:12. I am happy that I could continue today if circumstances permit. It is good that we have to discuss something which is not known to everyone. मैं सूरज सिंह सूरीजर भारत इंडिया से बोल रहा हूँ आपके साथ में हूँ आज डिस्कस करने के लिए फिर वही सब्जेक्ट जो कल मैंने शुरू किया था पावर ऑफ सॉल आत्मा की शक्ति को मजाक में नहीं ले सकते पावर ऑफ सॉल इज वेरी मच very much powerful subject if we take it positively and if you just take it oh this is belief this is that this and this then we cannot say anything about this. I'm not talking about I have got belief I got full confidence in myself that we can use this power this mathematical use of power mathematics of numbers in power spirit you can say spiritual power you can say power of soul you can say soul use you can say soul which is all invisible like electrical current electrical voltage flow of electricity cannot be seen but it can be felt it can be used in appliances everywhere electrical energy is used but it is not seen same way electrical energy it is a soul which is body energy which cannot be seen we cannot see it physically in terms of physical sciences but we can feel it we can tolerate it we can see effects of this we can feel effects of this and that is really very extraordinary point in talking because soul cannot be discarded just for sake of oh I cannot see it I cannot prove it proving is something else you are living it there can be no other proof more than that just like if somebody asks you where is God what is God is the evidence you have with God I would say God is there if you want to see you can see God if you don't want to see you can't see God is not in form. God is not in human figure. God, it's up to you how you see. But it's evidence that universe is existing, solar system is existing, nature is existing. I am existing. You are existing. Animals exist. Person, every creature is existing. Who built this and who is taking care of all these? Who knows date of birth? Nobody knows. Who knows date of death? Nobody knows. So you can say something is beyond control, and we can say that power can be called God. That power can be called soul, super soul, and that's why you see if something yes I cannot do anything I can answer I can't reach this I can no solution for that also I leave it to God and where's God God you may say that's something different God Bhagwan Allah Messiah whatever you can say it doesn't mean anything it doesn't matter anything it doesn't make any difference it's up to you how do you think God should be I say God does not exist in you or here it exists here everywhere within you, within your body, within your mind, within your body parts, within your thinking, within your work, within everything, within your sleep, even it acts everywhere. There's no place where God does not exist. It exists everywhere, and that is beauty of God. It exists in my respiration, in my breathing, it exists in my eyesight, it exists in my brain, in my nose, in my mouth, in my heart, in my legs, hearts, everywhere it exists, and it gives me good or bad per my thinking. Everything that God gives is according to your action, and action is always a reaction, and that is what is important. I'm talking of power of soul, आत्मा की शक्ति जिसके बराबर कोई और शक्ति नहीं हो सकती. No money can buy soul. No power can change soul. You only can change soul. I only can change soul, and changing doesn't mean changing form of soul, but changing means changing power of soul, empowering it. Just like somebody say, "Oh, this person has got a depression." What does it mean? Depression. We say, "Oh, this person depression," and reverse of depression is this person might be, "Oh, he has high spirit. He has high soul power. A spirited person." Depression means working of your soul is not adequate. It has to be strengthened further so that it can come onto datum line or level surface from where you can use this energy because it has lost its energy. Somebody call it negativation, somebody call it negative energy, somebody call whatever it is. It doesn't matter here. Question is I have to have my soul like I have my bank balance. My soul should have minimum energy required for my all actions I have to take in my life. And when I say I, it applies to everyone of world people, every creature in world people in world. People means also animals are people. They are population. They are creatures. Not only that we are people, we are human people. We can say it is very improper to say that I don't believe in this, I don't believe in that. You may believe it or you may not believe. Question is you are not believing or belief. Question is its requirement and use. I may not believe God. Okay, I'm atheist. I say I'm not a religious person. Fine, no problem to me, no problem to you. Why should I worry about that? If you are not believing in God, I am not believing God, it doesn't make any difference. Solar system shall keep working, whole universe shall keep working, you shall keep working, your body shall keep working. It shall not impact upon anything adversely. If I say I don't believe God, don't believe, no problem, मैं नहीं करता, भगवान ने विश्वास जो करना है कर लो, मैं किसी चीज को नहीं मानता, मेरी मर्जी। ओके ओके, नहीं मानिए, नहीं मानिए, हम जबरदस्ती हम चाहते भी नहीं आप माने, हमारे कहने से बिल्कुल मत मानिए, मैं भी नहीं मानूंगा। लेकिन आप जी तो रहे हैं। Most important point, you are living, have been living since you're born, and you shall be living in good health or in better whatever till time you leave this earth. So that period span of life is all ruled and managed and organized and controlled by soul, power of soul, which is completely invisible. It takes its effect everywhere. Without its impact, I cannot live and you cannot live. So you can say we have to first understand what is soul. We have to know what is soul, how does it work, what are its properties, why it is available in me and you. If it is not available, what shall happen? Doctors won't reply you, scientists won't reply you, but everybody understands it because there is no logical explanation is we can't prove it, but life moves on and on and on. Sometimes you said you have any control in your dream world, you don't have any control, but you have control in your physical world. You are sleeping, not sleeping, you have knowledge, your formula, you can do what you want. There's some methods, some deviations, some variations, some derivations of whatever it is, empirical world. But you say because it is physical world, while I can say it is physical world, but it is not real world. It can be said that we consider real only where there's a physical being, physical entity, everything is available. We can say, oh, this is a reality, this is a scientific reality, logical reality, and I understand that. I see because I touch my, oh, this is my hand. If somebody touches, oh, this is physical being. If suppose if somebody touches me, I'm not touchable. What do you say? Oh, there's nothing but the person is seen, is visible. He is apparent, or not, you can say virtual person, maybe it's electronic one. You can say that electronic one or non-electronic one. Either you're electronic one or you're physical one. If you're appliance, it's your physical one. And if you're not appliance, you are just electrical, magnetic, electron magnetic. It is virtual world. So why don't you say that we can depict in through some appliances? This is our software working in hardware. So this is your hardware. Your software can be seen same way. Our body could be hardware operated by power of soul. That is software. That is software. That way you can understand, but that is only understanding. That is not a reality. We cannot prove it. Again I say, I cannot prove that I don't know what shall happen to me when I die. Do you know? I don't know what happened to me when I was born. So I was born, I was in body, I had soul, but I don't remember that moment. Nobody remembers. My father told me, my mother told me, my parents told me, my relatives told me, others told me, my siblings told me, elder siblings, but I do not know what I was, what happened to me. I just was delivered, and until I came to some my conscious, I could not remember that time, and time of conscious, the conscious time, and also birth time. Nobody can remember that. Same way, can I remember my death day? Or that shall know? I know my soul knows it very well. But I don't know, it doesn't tell me. Birth is okay, that's clear. Everybody knows. Time of birth, date of birth, month, etc. Everybody knows. But do I know my date of birth? I'm sorry, my date of expiration or that of demobilization from earth. Date of birth is mobilization, and date of demobilization is date of you are leaving this world, or you may call it external terminal expiration or death or departure from here. That is already there, recorded somewhere in software, but it is only administrator can tell, and that administrator is that. Well, it's just not joking. I'm just trying to tell you, to convince you. Explanation. I think about this. My thinking can be wrong, right? But my I have seen in my life. If you consider on dreams, I'm not going to talk about dreams, not at all. But dreams would tell you a lot. And what are dreams? Do you know what are dreams? Dreams is soul world, spiritual world. It is soul world. Why it is soul world? It can be defined. Now we say our software hard disk is we say it is based on what do you call it, micron formula. You know, everybody knows. I'm just trying very simply. It can be higher formula also, but I'm talking about micron formula. Micron formula, which is called 10 to power minus 6. You can say 10 to power minus 6 values micron. So let us say 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter, or let's say 1 centimeter, whatever you say, that if it's projected positively, that shape, that size, calculating based on micron formula, rather than using 10 to the power minus 6, which is 1 over 10 to the power 6, we should use 10 to the power 6 and multiply that square millimeter or square centimeter. You shall get projection accordingly. Now, I consider that, let us say there's some chips here, right? Some chip must be on my head, silicon chips or natural chips. And let us consider 10 to the power minus, I don't go more. It can be 10 to the power minus 9, it can be 10 to the power minus 12, whatever. Depends on your working, your practice, your experience. But let's say minimum one, which if our hard disk or hardware, hard chips works on successfully, this will also work on. So I calculate that one, use my circular, if I consider it's a circle once rather than 150 square meter, a square centimeter, let us say 150 square centimeter I used, and I worked out diameter of this globe, means globe on my head. Here is a ball, you can say, ball like this, sphere, you can say, which worked out to be meter, 80-meter diameter. This diameter of sphere on my head. Just think there is a sphere on your head of macro, you can say electromagnetic world, and that if you calculate surface area of that sphere, 80-meter sphere, you'll find how many square meter of surface area of that one, which can you can say contain millions pages. I don't actually, I've given a table on that. I tell you, means A4 sizes, say thousands and thousands and thousands pages in which your memory is stored. This is my rough calculation. 80-meter diameter, if you have, you consider globe of that or sphere of that in the workout surface area, and then you say, yeah, what size, let us say A4, how many pages can be stored in that. Same way, if you use your soul, means your mind is to be used, or your mind is an operator. You are, body parts are operatives, mind is operator of that one. And mind commands, mind decides, mind analysis, mind works out, mind calculates, mind does everything for you. And it tells, it orders, it puts in sequence every command to each and every part of body, and those parts perform accordingly. This is called coordination commands, coordinated orders given by mind to eyes, to nose, to lips, to tongue, to mouth, to teeth, to neck, to this, every one, blood movement, every moment, and what you have to do means complete plant is there from head to toe, complete plant or refinery or finery or whatever you can say, works continuously without any shutdown. In plants in which we produce, there can be shutdown for maintenance purpose, for some other purpose, where here is no shutdown. It works round clock without stoppage of a single minute till you leave this world. What a beautiful machine, what a powerful machine whom God has given onto this earth. We don't know about other planets, to be very frank. Here we know this machine is available. So I am not human body. I am software machine, or you can say living robot, not operated robot, living robot, because I don't need any external electrical energy. I don't need any external software. I work myself without just my energy comes from sun, it comes from solar system, it comes from air, it comes from water, it comes for natural supports only, and that no bill comes to you monthly or yearly that you have to pay this much. Soul is free of cost, these services are free of cost, and we live accordingly by adding some fuel that is in form of food or water or whatever, and this goes on and on and on. My eyes in this body part or in this computer or in this machine is very small in size, and you can say very small for everyone. More than this is lens. My eyesight is very small if you compare to size of, you can say, forehead, size of chips of your whole body. It is very small part, but it can view to stars. You can view stars. Stars, not sun. I'm not talking Jupiter. I am talking stars. Means stars may be located 10 to power 23 kilometers from here. 10 to power 23, if you place 10 or 1, there are 23 22 0, 23 zeros, 27 zeros, you can say that kilometer is located in star and first layer of a star. Then there can be other layers and layers and layers and layers like that, right? Do you get my point? This means I is so powerful, and mind is how much powerful. It can remember everything, it can think of everything, it can talk to yourself, it can talk to other through tongue and mouth, and this can command. This means mind operates tongue, my senses. Likewise, every part is given certain plant related function, and you can say all these are trains, many trains, trains of eyes and nose, and trains of nose and mouth, and trains of ears and eyes, and trains of mind and brain, and trains of body and stomach, and that and this and this is like so. So many trains are designed and installed in this machine. If you go to some refinery or plant, chemical plant or petrochemical plant, you shall see so many trains are there in process area. So which one is process area? This is process area, major process area, master process area, or boss process area. This processes everything and delivers requirements and byproducts and products to the whole body. So soul is related to every process. That point can also be understood. Our soul is linked to every process. That point cannot be denied. हमें ये अच्छी तरह से समझना होगा कि हम कहना क्या चाहते हैं। हम बात कर रहे हैं अपने माइंड की और अपने शरीर के अंगों की, जो हमारे पास हर एक के पास है। ये अंग अपना अपना काम करते हैं, सब जानते हैं, हमें बताने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। और इन सब का कार्य का जिम्मेदारी लेता है माइंड, मस्तिष्क, जो इन सबको ऑपरेट करता है, चलाता है, इन सब अंगों को एनर्जी देता है, इन्हें कहता है क्या करना है। उसकी हम बात करें, उस सब के पीछे है साउल, क्योंकि माइंड भी अपने आप कुछ नहीं करेगा अगर साउल उसमें नहीं है, आत्मा उसमें नहीं है। आत्मा एक ऐसी पावर है जो इन सबको चलाती है, और हम कहते हैं कि हम सोच रहे हैं, काम कर रहे हैं, केंद्रित हो रहे हैं। ब्रीफ में बताया है। That's what I said, tried to explain about Saul, which is not so easy subjects, the most important, difficult subjects. If somebody understands analytically and scientifically and technically what Saul is, how it operates, I don't need worry about anything. We can then we understand it is soul, it is body who work together. My mind is operated by whom? How I can energize my soul more and more? How can enrich my soul more and more? That is major point. I want to share my thoughts, my contemporary ideas with you, because it is called improvement of one's life, one's efficiency. Because soul is your medical doctor also. Soul can change your body functions. Soul can relieve you from diseases, and soul means it can deficit also. It can give deficiency as well in your parts if you don't care about it. Like, wealth you have in bank, money you have in bank, water line you have, water you have in your line. If you abuse that amount, if you expand it unnecessarily, or you protect it, or use whatever way you wish. It can go on augmenting its quantity, same way soul does accordingly. Soul makes your body. When you are born, you're very small, maybe 2.5 kilogram, 3 kilogram, 4 kilogram, likewise. And then every month, every day, every hour, every year, you go on growing up. When a stage comes, your height becomes, you can say, constant, and your body starts developing accordingly. And that's where soul is. You may say, oh yes, you may say soul is getting energy, soul is getting food, soul is getting water, soul is getting everything, but that is for biological requirement. That is not for soul requirement. Biological means your body is biological, soul is not biological. Soul can be called electromagnetical. It is not related to soil, it is related to soul. Soul and soil. Soil, air, material, which is, you can say, mundane material, earth material. Soul is magnetic material, top material, which cannot be destroyed. Soul can be destroyed, soul can be broken, soul can be stone, soul can be rock, soul can be fire, soul can be water, soul can be whatever physically we see, but soul cannot be that. You shall be master of your soul if you control yourself. We used to read one phrase long back, young say, self praise is no recommendation, just like we used to say. Likewise, soul is something we have to control ourselves. We have to control soul, and we have to control our avarices. We have to control our hunger for material. We have to control our ambitions. We have to control our line of approach. We have to control how best we can do something, what's best we are doing it, how can we help nature. We have to keep in mind first that if we don't help nature, we cannot help universe. My first job is to make myself better, to make this earth better. That is first function, first principle which God told me. I assume, I'm not saying I remember, I assume he must have instructed everyone, go to earth, make it better for living, for performance, and after your work is over, you come back. So that is automatically entered in SCAS, the plan, what you call bar chart or CPM, critical path method, or what you can say, that is already recorded, and automatically that time comes and it starts working for demobilization from earth. And this part of body in which you are living, this remains, you can say, scrap, not even salvage. Salvage which can be used again, but has nothing to use again. It cannot be sold, it cannot be purchased, it can only be cremated or it can be buried. Because in itself it does nothing, it cannot do anything if soul does not exist. Maybe you think I'm gossiping. Yes, I'm gossiping. Gossiping is always better. At least I'm gossiping, I'm not saying something bad. I'm saying something which I think it is. I did not read any book, no need for this, because here is book. God is my teacher, God is my professor, God is my friend. God tells me you speak this. God tells me you write this. God tells me you calculate this. God tells me do not only in engineering or in medical science or other whatever my profession is in engineering science. Engineering I learned from university, from college. There are books, professional books, and it is professionally recognized and it performs professionally. But talking about Saul is not professional. I understand. Saul is not professional word. It is not even mathematical world. This is unknown world, secret world, mysteric world. Some maybe may call it mythological. No, it is not mythological. I do not accept this. It is logical, depends upon your intuition and your mindset. It is true, I am living. There must be some power in that case. You cannot say it is mythical. It is not mythical. Yes, it is secret. That is right. It is secret. And that secret till today is unknown. No scientist can say what it is, where it is, where did it come from, how does it work, where shall it go to. No scientist, no engineer, no doctor, no philosopher, no professor could say till now, because we are living in material world. Material world means mundane world. Mundane though it is called English, but I don't take it English. Mundane. Man means, according to me, it is conscious, it is conscience. It is world related to heart zone, related to your feelings, emotions, sentiments. It is not relating to your mental state, your mind work, your logic work, calculation work. You can say you not cannot decide without basis you have, without your logics, without your formula, and that is called rational thinking. It is irrational one. You can say conscious is irrational, but mind is rational. It has certain proportion, certain ratio, certain logic. It works accordingly. And science is medical say the two hemispheres here, which I'm not going to discuss something else. I'm just trying to refer to you. Left and right hemisphere, they say this is, and one is for rational and was rational. Left one and right one. Right one is linked according to medical science to left one, and left is linked to right one. So we work with the executive hand, that is the right hand, that is can be called linked to our this hand. Right hand is linked to left hemisphere, and right hand is linked to this. This is soul. Left one is spiritual hand or soul hand. Likewise, you can get it. Doesn't make any difference, to be very frank, because ultimately we use both ends to work, both palms work. We cannot say, oh, this somebody uses left, somebody right. Ultimately, both are. If suppose I write something with right hand, left hand is also working something same way. If we're driving, if I eating, if I doing something, I'm doing something, both are used. And in fact, these do not mind anything. This is very important, because if somebody got you can say lost both hands, that person also lives. Somebody that has those legs, that person also lives. But somebody if doesn't have this, cannot live. Beheaded, cannot live. If my nose injured, my eye is injured, my I can live. But if my neck is cut, beheaded, no way to live. So you understand, this is most important, primitive, prime importance part in body, and not only in body but also in all other creatures. That point we have to assimilate clearly, understand clearly. If we want to understand what is my body, my body is not my body. My body is my soul's body. It's not my body. If I say it's my body, this means I don't respect my soul. Of course, I would say my body, but my here includes my soul, or soul within me, which cannot be seen, but I am a living being. I say I am a living being. This means I am soul being. Every cow, every buffalo, every other bird, all are soul being. Soul does not differentiate anybody, and soul is never independent. Of course, it has independent entity, but is linked to super soul through network of soul waves. And all and everyone, every tiny creature in this world is linked to that network. So I have directly or indirectly affinity to everyone in this network. I cannot say that I am isolated one. I am not isolated one. I am linked to everyone, and I can say that I am integrated to everyone, and that is beauty of what I'm talking about. It is very significant, very important. People sometimes laugh on this, sometimes say, oh, this person is talking nonsense. We cannot understand what this person is talking. Maybe he's from this religion or that religion. Here, bringing into religion into this pure talk makes funny. I don't understand why. I do not consider any religious approach here. It is body and body functions approach. This has got nothing to do with any artificial religion. All religions are artificial, in fact. All religions are pure artificial, nothing to do with God. But I don't want to say that everyone, because they believe in that. I don't want to offend, you can say, conscious of people. I don't want to offend feelings of people. Let them believe what they believe. I'm just trying to deliberate and discuss what should be understood clearly in approach. My viewpoint is that I want to share my ideas regarding soul system, which I shall relate to my work of numbers. First, we have to understand soul, and if we don't understand soul, we cannot understand anything. आत्मा हम मानते हैं भारत में की दुनिया में आत्मा को जब हम समझेंगे नहीं तो हम शरीर भी नहीं समझ सकते आत्मा का विज्ञान बल्कि ज्ञान कहिए विज्ञान तो बहुत छोटा होता है आत्मा का ज्ञान समझना इतना आसान नहीं होता इसके लिए आपको अपने आप को बिल्कुल साफ रखना होगा अपने आप को जानना होगा आप कौन है आई एम रिक्वायर्ड टू नो माई सेल्फ who I am. It's not some soul work or guru work. It is self study, self reading, self entertainment. How can I know about myself? Why I am living on earth? What is my purpose? Why did I come? When shall I go? I should include all this in deliberation because my going shall also be important. I cannot think that I have to stay in this body for 1000 years. No, because I have other bodies to get or I have to work elsewhere for my objective which God has given to me, allotted money, whatever project has been given. This may be one activity of the project, and you have to go to earth for so many hours or minutes according to that one and come back with this information that I will collect from your soul when your soul resumes position here. So I cannot say that that is even that which prescribed. This means death does not exist. Soul, God, know that only soul container, that is body, is you can say rendered helpless, rendered functionless, and we call that death. But it is not death. It is, you can say, I have come out of this containment and now I'll get another containment. I shall work there for some other project where maybe containment is not required or not this type of containment, some other type of containment I may get or responsibility may be different and my soul shall join that posting, that work and start working there accordingly for duration or tenure, whatever is prescribed on schedule. So why don't you take it scientifically and make it engineering wise just like this? Oh, I got a project, an engineering, a construction project, this design project, and this is time of this project, and this is objective of this and this. I have to analyze on every activity of that. We say, oh, you analyze, write down activity, what activities are there, what's function of activity, and how much time it will take for then make batch out of the CPM on that, and we do accordingly a lot of times. Okay, this is final print out, and this is that. This is our network of this construction project or design project or delivery project or whatever it is and so is our life. Maybe in this life we do 10 projects 20 projects 50 projects but this project of my body is important because it is not in my control but I can control physically those projects which are done by me here. It's not my project but I am project, you may say. I am project, everybody is project. We are project of whom? Project of that engineer who is sitting there permanently, controlling from there remotely, most remotely you can say, without any deficiency, without any defects. And if suppose certain defects happen, that power controls it from here, rectifies, remedies thought. There is no need coming down. It takes control from there. If we say we have computers, we have so much scientific advancement in this country and that country. If that advancement can exist on Monday, well, why not it should exist in the hour? Why not? That point we have to realize. I'm of course I'm an engineer. Engineer physically I'm Monday not, but maybe I'm an engineer. I don't know. If I'm engineer, definitely I should be engineer there. I should have better appointment there, better work there. That's why I'm engineer. If you are a doctor, you must be super doctor there because that super here is not super. Is Monday. You're mundane engineer. You're mundane doctor. You're mundane politician. Whatever you call. Mundane here is not a real one. It is just temporary one. Mundane cannot be real. Earth is permanent until there is no destruction. But we come here just for travel for a couple of years. हाँ और देखता हूँ couple of years or couple of times we come here and we do accordingly and that point we can understand what is right or what's not right. I'm feeling sound of rain outside. I don't know what's that. Well, it's all clear or unclear cannot say. We have to be realistic. And that was the reason that I came to you to discuss this importance and significance. So I'm not trying to tell you what others tell, what spiritual gurus tell. I'm not concerned with that. I'm concerned my conceptions as God's given me directly without asking me and without I requesting. I did request, but it came to me. I don't know how something happens in this calculations, ideas, contemporary ideas, physical ideas, requirements, designs, whatever can be said. It came to me. Just let me know, 1.5 minute, please see what's happening. Just see, maybe light goes and I'll see you in a minute, please. Some rain now and some other work. However, I'm quite happy that I have got privilege to talk to you and I'm trying to submit. Huh? No, I'm trying to submit myself here regarding soul. I it's not upon my liking, but it is requirement, it's a fact that everybody is impacted upon by soul. If your soul is weak, certainly you shall be weak. It is true. If your soul is labeled, you shall be labeled. If your soul is strong, you shall be strong. If your soul is deficient, you shall be in depression. If your soul is more and more, you shall be very smart, very energetic. You shall like to do everything fast. You shall like to think and think and think. And that stage is required. When we study engineering, we have to study many, many hours. You study medical, you study many hours. This works. Not hand, this works. And this says hand you work, mind you work, tongue you work. It works. That is impact of soul. If you say, oh, no, I sleep, okay, I'm sleeping. Go, I'm sleeping. Keep sleeping. They shall sleep. As I said, it is available. Quantity is available. Just like this in internet, oh, connections are available, but you are not given access. Now here you shall not be given access. You have to take access. That is important. Previously I used to read palms. I mean, palmistry is subject which I don't like actually, but I was when I was a child, I used to just, oh, this is my hand, this line is this line is that, this line is this, and that is amounts and all this. It did not give anything because I was crazy. I was child, student. I want to know more and more, more and more. But here, I did not study anything, only mathematics, computers, my engineering, which I applied everywhere in my work, in my professional work projects. I used to write technically, I used to speak technically, I used to design, I used to work on sites. Means whatever was required in profession, I did. But one thing I noticed certainly, if you want to do something when you are tired, when you want to sleep, you want to do something, it's extraordinary. If you go on doing that, your sleep will go away. Your fatigue will go away after some time in work. Maybe later on it comes back, but that time will go away. So I want to sleep and to take rest. If you don't take rest and continue working, you shall get energetic because your work shall require more energy. It comes to it. You shall complete. Can't stop it. If this energy comes to you, you feel happy. You feel, oh, I am not feeling tired now. I want to work more, 4 hours, 5 hours. No problem. Tomorrow I let's sleep. It happens. अरे यार अभी करते हैं, छोड़ो बहुत थक गया हूँ, मेरे पास काम करना नहीं है, मैं तो सोने जा रहा हूँ, लेकिन आपको नींद नहीं आई, नहीं यार थोड़ा काम करते हैं, काम पूरा नहीं हुआ, कल को देना है, काम खत्म करना है, इसलिए चलते हैं थोड़ा काम करते हैं। और पता लगा कि आप काम करने लगे 2-3 आधे घंटे में ही आपकी इतने काम हुए कि आप सोच नहीं सकते थे कि मैं कल का सारा काम मैंने आज 3 घंटे में ही कर दिया। It is not your job, it's your soul's job, because soul was more powerful. It has thought you are interested in work, and you are fresh mind now because you thought of rest, didn't it? But virtually you have taken rest, and you work and work and work. Why I'm telling you all this? Because soul is that. Your soul does not require any rest. In fact, your soul is tired when you rest. If you ask your soul, you rest, soul does not like it. But it is requirement, it is biological requirement of body that you have to work. That point is 7 बजने वाले हैं। कर ले आरती पहली, तो फिर अब बारिश वारिश आएगी। इट्स अपनी आत्मा से पूछिए आप। अपनी आत्मा से पूछने का मतलब है अपने आप से पूछिए, सोचिए कि आपकी मन में क्या है, उसको मन में सोचने के बाद माइंड में लाइए और देखिए कि आप कर सकते हैं। उसको कंपेयर कीजिए, एनालाइज कीजिए, तब आपको समझ आएगा कि आपने क्या करना चाहा था और क्या होना चाहिए और क्या हो सकता है। You shall know at that time what was to be done, what could be done, what analysis you conducted, what you thought was able to be done, and what you thought was not able to be done, and what can be applied with, what can be projected. This all depends upon your own references of your mind and not of any other specifications or any other book or reference until it is known for requirement. And that only you shall know from references that more and more can be done on this. This may be obsolete reference, or you can create your own references. That point is really very significant one. If that can be understood properly, that can be realized properly, we can give many marks to that. That is very significant part of life. We have to understand that. If you can do, it's fine. Soul explanation is so much that we can need ours to understand that. Soul is not just I say this soul and you say so you will soul or Atma. No, it requires complete understanding in spirit, in letter and spirit, and only then it can be done correctly. Otherwise, it cannot be done correctly. It's not charging properly. Some signals problem also, I think there. No issue. Let's talk a couple of minutes and then I close it because raining and I have to change. I'll be back to you. I think I could not do as much as I wanted today. I'll explain further more and more and come back to you. Thank you. Let me see tomorrow. I thank you very much.